Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Chris again, coming at you from my channel I Am Toys. This is a review of the Hot Toys Grand Moff Tarkin that recently just came out after Leia. At least I believe that was the order it came in. Hit that 4K option on your video now. Get this in full resolution. So this figure is a definite grail for me. Like I mentioned in my last video, these figures coming out over the last few weeks have been therapeutic for me and cathartic in a way when considering how awful I thought The Last Jedi was. This guy basically embodies what the leaders of the Empire used to be before Rian Johnson decided to turn General Hux into a Judd Apatow bit and have a phone skit bit with him in the middle of or in the beginning of the film, which completely turned him into a clown and went against what I thought he was going to be from his inception at Force Awakens when you got introduced to him. I'm like, this is a pretty mean guy. And then they turned him into an ass clown in The Last Jedi. It was just such an embarrassing movie. I could go on forever about it, but that's just another aspect which why I believe that movie is complete shite. But anyway, let's get to this figure and show you how magnificent it is. And if you haven't made a decision to buy it, you probably will by the time we get to the end. So let's get to it. All right, so here's the top torso portion of the Grand Moff. This is, I think this head sculpt is exceptional. It is so exceptional, man. I fight with myself because I want to give this a perfect 10 as well. But obviously, I try to be a little bit objective, but it really is good, at least to me. I think they nailed it, and he is a pivotal character, man. Like I said, he's one of the most sinister antagonists rather, that I've ever seen in a film, man. He's an evil dude, man, and like I said, he embodies what the leaders of the Empire were supposed to be, at least for me. If you don't know who the Grand Moff Tarkin is, and you're a Star Wars fan, I should probably slap you. But but he was played by, I think his name's Peter Cushing. I think I believe he did pass away. I can't remember how long ago, but he was definitely he was up in his years in that film, so he would be well over 100 now. Oh my God, if he was alive. If you watch the prequel films, you got a little bit of a backstory to him and how he became an admiral and then the Grand Moff. I'm pretty sure they depicted how he became the Grand Moff. I can't remember, but I know they did explain how he was promoted to admiral and so on. And then he meets his death in New Hope, which is his pivotal film. He ends up just like any supervillain, underestimates his enemy and Luke Skywalker and thinks he'll come out on top, and to his dismay, Luke succeeds, destroys the Death Star, and Tarkin along with it, which was a shame because I was hoping we would get more of this guy, in the second film. He was incredible, man. Just an evil dude. He was awesome character. He was written perfectly, and he didn't. And then there were some fan theories that maybe he could possibly be Snoke, but it would have been interesting to see how they would justify that. But who knows? So let's go down to the lower portion of the body and then get to the brief display of the accessories, and then we'll close out. And here's the bottom half of the body. Like I promised, the boots are pleather material. They're not sculpted. They fit well. I'm not going to be doing a crazy articulation demo on this guy because obviously this is not a Spider-Man figure or a kind of action figure. So some figures it warrants an articulation demo, others it doesn't. This guy, you're not going to be busting him out in his Spider-Man flexing and karate poses or any kind of martial arts. So this is most likely the pose that I'm probably going to leave him in. But the tailoring is good. That's all you can say. I mean, it's not crazy complex what they've done with this figure, so it's this review is kind of straightforward and brief. So let's get to the accessories. I'll show you real fast, and then give you one last full shot of the figure, and be done. So accessories, there you go. Yeah, this is one of them. Basically, this is the main accessory, I guess, that you get. You get the code cylinders as well, which are on the front of his outfit, which I'll show you. I'll point them out to you when we close the video out. But yeah, this is the main accessory that you get. You know, the chair, plastic. This is all plastic too as well. So just be careful when you're putting pressure, because mine came apart when I had it. This piece right here comes off, and you got to slide it back down. Let's make sure you don't press too hard, because that'll probably break. So just be cautious. That's all. So yeah, that's that. And you get some hands, some open and closed hands, gesturing hands, if you want to say. I'll show you those real quick as well. You get a pointed finger hand as well. I don't know if you can see the detail on this, but really, really good, man. I mean, you even get the wrinkles on the knuckles, which is something that Hot Toys is able to do, and other companies as well. But it's those little things that really impress me with 1/6 scale figures, man. The sculptors and the guys who do the paint. It's really fantastic. You know, some other hands that I really dug were the hands on Doctor Strange. You know, really good detail. So yeah, that's it as far as accessories. So let me close out, guys, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, so this is the last shot and closing out. Like I said, I would show you the last two of the accessories. Also came, you get the code cylinders right up here, which they're removable. Just take them, 2 on each side, and that's that. The sculpt on this is fantastic. Like I said, if hopefully I gave you guys enough to ponder over, to figure out whether or not you want to pull the trigger on this. I think it's awesome. I find it so crazy that Hot Toys is able to achieve such a great likeness on this, especially with how unique and how intricate some of Peter's features are on his face. But yet they still can't get Mark Hamill 100% yet as far as likeness. Like now again, like I always say in the video, don't mistake 100% likeness for being an exact copy of the person's face. It's never going to happen. But in a hobby of likeness, on a likeness scale, you can have a 1 to a 10. And like I said in my Spider-Man review, that Tom Holland, that is a fucking 10. This, for objectivity's sake, 9.5. I still want to call it a 10. It's that good and a grail piece for me. But again, for some reason, they haven't been able to achieve the same productivity or production quality with Hamill yet. But they'll get there. We'll see. The Return of the Jedi figures they have coming out, specifically Luke from that film, has me intrigued, and we'll see if they can tweak it better so it looks better, because I don't think it's 100% the way there yet, especially from the prototype pics. But we'll see. I have faith that they'll improve it. They improved Leia and various other figures over the production process, so just have faith. So, all right, guys, if video's not your thing, you know, I'll have photos up on my Instagram at some point. I got to start providing my link to my Instagram so people can actually see the photos, because in better resolution, because Facebook compresses the shit out of it, photos, and it's just the way it is. Instagram does the same thing, but it's not as bad. Before you could click on photos on Facebook and it would clear up for you. Now it still stays compressed and blurry, and it really doesn't do the photos justice, man. But that's it, guys. If you have any questions, man, hit me up. You know where to find me. And that's about it. I'll see you guys at the next video. I don't know what it's going to be, but I got some customs eventually coming, and I can't wait to do the reviews on those as well. So that's it. Deuces, folks.